Jones here, and welcome to the 9 at 9 morning show, where I teach you 9 things at 9 in the morning for less than 9 minutes. Okay, today we got the 9-point storytelling framework that will make you dollar bills, yo, or money, okay? Now again, teaching you this to let you know that telling stories that convert, that actually make you money, this is something that is 100% within your control, but it is a science and you need to learn how to do it, okay? So step number 1, the point of stories. Literally, the point of a story, if you're a marketer, is not to entertain. The point of the story, the definition of design hacking, is how to present stories that convert, because the point of stories should be to convert something. To convert something literally means to change it from one form to another, something that it is to something that you want it to be. That could mean changing a viewer into a subscriber into a buyer into a hyper buyer. That's the point of stories, okay? Which leads us to number 2, okay? What are we converting to? We need to change the way that people feel, because here's what we know. People act how they feel. And in order to change how they feel, we have to change their state. And in order to change their state, we have to change their story. So if we want someone to buy, they have to feel like buying. But if they don't feel like buying, we have to change their state so they feel like buying. And to change their state, we have to tell a story, okay? Now again, design hacking shows all about how to do that. There's different layers of stories that you can tell, and different sciences and frameworks that will help you to go from telling a story to having it to be their story to having it to be our story, okay? A story is when somebody is problem aware and not solution aware. Their story is when they're problem aware and they're aware of a solution, but our story is when they're aware of the problem and they are aware that the only solution available is you. They know they have a problem, but your story becomes our story, it's a shared story. So not only are they problem aware, but they recognize they've gone from a story to their story to our story in a way that they will go nowhere else but you to get the problem solved, okay? Now, what does this framework look like? We're gonna start with a story. Very framework, foundational stuff here, okay? But the design hacking storytelling framework starts like this. It starts with a nab. This can also be called a pattern interrupt, but something where we're literally nabbing them out of their scrolling, nabbing them out of their regular pattern of life to shock them into a story, okay? Once we have their attention, we're immediately going down to what I call ground zero. Establish the scene, establish the characters, establish the setting, okay? Then we're going to elevate them to a status of doom, okay? There has to be some sort of conflict. Now, because we're not typical, what we're going to do is we're not okay with just one conflict, we're gonna escalate the conflict. Typically, you can do this by adding scarcity, okay? Make the situation seem that much dire. Then what you're going to do, resolve it a little bit by introducing a solution. Then in the design hacking way, join them to become a part of what you're doing with an invitation, okay? So number 1, the 9-point storytelling framework, you have to know the point of stories. You have to know that what you're converting them to, you need to know the difference between a story, their story, and our story. And then finally, the design hacking framework, which starts with nab, ground zero, doom, escalate, solution, invitation. This framework works across funnel copy, video copy, live, ads, literally every single thing. It is the 9-point storytelling framework that will make you money. If you want to learn more about how to do this and what this looks like, come join us in our free Facebook group, Design Hackers Official. See you there. Bye.